Today, I want to tell you a little story about diligence, perseverance, and growth that I've had over the last year and a half. Last year, that January of 2024, I quit my job and moved to China to reorient myself and spend some time both learning and relaxing. I found myself at a Chinese language school, learning Mandarin part time, and the other time exploring China and enjoying everything that it had to offer. China is an amazing place, and it's so mysterious to us foreigners, and particularly their language makes it a huge barrier. Looking at all the Chinese characters, it can be quite stressful at times to imagine learning all of them, how much time it must take, how complex it must be that you just get overwhelmed and don't even want to take a first step. When I first got there, I was, certainly of that mindset, but I was really interested in it nonetheless and decided that I would every day just do a little bit to move closer to that goalpost of really being able to read and really being able to understand. And I struggled with those types of things my whole life. You could tell me to go climb a massive mountain and, run right up it. And sure, it may take 5, 10, 12 hours, but it's a continuous push, and it's something that you can see the end so clearly. With language learning and, in particular learning the Chinese character set, it seems like a never-ending journey. And, things like doing your laundry, washing the dishes, going on a run in the morning, these are things that require discipline. And while one day of work may not have such a huge impact, it's compounding. And over time, you look back and you see, wow, I really, really, really did a great job. So that was the case here with my Mandarin studies. I started off doing about 15 to 20 new characters or words each day. And, at first it was easy and exciting, and next thing you knew, it was a little bit annoying, and then kind of pushed through that, and I really like this. And all of a sudden I had, a daily routine that really kept me grounded, kept me moving forward. And I could not only pin my Chinese studies on it, but I could pin other things on my life on it. For example, as soon as I'm done with my Chinese studies, which I know I have to do each day, I have to go on a run next, or I have to cook food, or etc. So it really provided me a really good framework for approaching these things that require so much diligence in our life and, are so difficult given our current, trap of immediate indulgence, immediate satisfaction, that we forget about these, term that people coined recently is the slow burn. We forget about these things that take a long time and end up, accumulating into a massive, success. So over that year and a half, every day, certainly I had days that I skipped or days that I went on vacation, but, almost every day I woke up and I did my Chinese homework. And, after a year and a half, I look back and I can't believe the progress that I've made. I've started reading my first novel in Chinese, and I really, really feel excited about my future and about the language and just about my confidence in being able to push through something that requires a little bit of effort each day. I'm going on runs each day. I'm cooking each day. I'm doing the things in my life that I need to do that after a few years will really compound and really show their value. So I hope that this inspires some of you to pursue those things in your life that, you know, aren't immediately going to flourish into something. It could be 15 minutes a day. It could be 30 minutes a day, right? But this is something that you can reach forward for every day, and you can really move forward. So, with that, this is one chapter of mine closed, and yet another opening. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this inspires you to start and continue doing something you love.